So let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Kyle Kinane.
All right. Okay, all right. Let's get right into it. Answer me this, friends and viewing public. Why is it that when I insist on getting my new pets from the animal shelter, people call me a hero? I'm rescuing those poor creatures. But when I insist on getting my new girlfriends from the women's shelter, all right, okay. I'm not going to spoon feed you, all right? You can put them together yourself. I don't have to baby feed you the punchlines, all right? We can just handle our lives appropriately. Thank you for coming. So this is what I look like. I did this to myself. You should not feel bad. I know my limitations. I know what I can get away with in this world. That's what you have to find out, you know. I know what I can do and what I can't do. I know that I can effectively haggle down the price of a replica Civil War bayonet at a swap meet. I can do that with confidence. Nobody in here is going to be surprised if you see me about to get in a fist fight with the night manager of a Red Lobster over whether or not the moon landing was faked. Just eat your crab legs and be unflappable. It's to be expected. The exciting part about life is finding out what you can't do. Because you don't find out until you try to do something and you're stopped. What I can't do, as I found out with experience, was take off my shirt and look after two boys ages 3 and 1. I had a family aquatic center in East Lansing, Michigan on a Tuesday afternoon. And I would have never known that until I shirtlessly attempted to care for two boys. East Lansing, Michigan. They were my friends' children. I was there with them, so it was appropriate, you know, don't get me wrong. They said, we're going to go to the car and make lunch. Can you watch after the kids? I was like, shit, yeah, I can look after the kids. I used to be a kid that got tiny brains. Turns out they're quite slippery with all that baby Hawaiian tropic all over. The youngest one's fiddling about. 3-year-olds just sinking deeper into the deep end. The problem was, though, everybody at the pool knew they weren't my kids. You know, nervous mothers, lifeguards with whistles in their mouth on the ready. It was obvious. First off, the kids were named Malcolm and Archer. That was what they named these unfortunate children. Malcolm and Archer. And clearly, just by looks, I am not the parent of a Malcolm and a Archer. If I have kids that I'm paying attention to at all, they probably just go by nicknames like Miller Time and the Boss. And furthermore, everybody knew they weren't my kids because it was a Tuesday afternoon, and nothing about this says I have custody of children during the weekday. This is a weekend dad if you've ever seen one. I was in a legal possession of these children. People would ask, too. I thought you got to have a whole answer. People are like, are those your kids? You can't just say, no. You got to have, like, a whole reason and everything. It's privileged enough to go to London to do comedy. Well, privileged initially. When I got over there, I found out they thought of me as entertaining as the Blitzkrieg over there. The London Evening Standard called me bleak and misanthropic. I don't know what that means. But I did do this joke. Hey, anybody ever get so lonely that you sleep on your couch instead of in your own bed? Because at least that way it feels like you're laying next to somebody. Maybe throw an ex-girlfriend's old t-shirt on a pillow or something, you know. Not for fucking, just for cuddling. I'm not weird or anything. Can't do that joke anymore. I have a woman in my life who's apparently as big a fan of bad decision-making as I am. You know, when you're with somebody, it's like you're obviously paying off some kind of spiritual community service. Some kind of karmic debt is at work. I was getting out of the shower, all glistening. Probably the best I'll look all day. You know, because it was clear that I made an effort to cleaning myself. And like, I know what I look like. I got this beard. I got decent shoulders. The rest of this is a real bag of garbage, all right? Real pile of trash everywhere else. But I get out of the shower, you know, I'm feeling confident and smelling good. And she sees that I made the effort, so she tries to make me feel better. She says, "You look like a Greek god." And without even thinking, I just shot out of the holster, "You don't know shit about mythology." That's what I said to her. So that's how I treat people that try to get close to me. Ugh.